Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Sunday, June 27th, 2021. Time is 6:44 p.m. Yes, Jersey time. And let me tell you, it's been a steamer here in New Jersey today. Upper 80s and high humidity, but I'm loving it. Now things are starting to cool off. All right, we got another unfortunate story about a well-trained professional hero who was out risking our lives as he was protecting and serving the government. All right, this is reported on WHIO.com, and it reads as follows. They just hit me, Springfield shooting victim says in 9/11 call as police cruiser runs over him. Ain't that a bitch? The story goes, which I'm going to read. The guy was shot. He's laying in the middle of the road. He's got his phone. He's calling 911. Hey, I need help. I need help. So the heroes are on their way to save him, protect him. Instead, they run his ass over. Let's find out what happened. This is reported on June 16th, 2021. Springfield, Ohio. A man who died after being shot and then hit by the cruiser of Springfield police officer told 911 dispatchers he was lying in the middle of the road as police responded to the shooting, records obtained by News Center 7 show. Eric Cole was shot and was found lying in the 1400 block of South Center Boulevard around 11:15 p.m. Sunday night. I'm in the middle of the road, Eric told the 911 dispatchers as he's reporting being shot. I'm about to die. Cole remained on the phone with dispatchers as you hear sirens in the background from cruisers approaching the scene. They just hit me, Cole said. Who hit you? The dispatcher asked Cole. The police, he said. Cole was flown to Miami Valley Hospital, where he later died from his injuries. The Montgomery County Coroner's Office has not yet said how Cole died. Well, I think he probably bled out from the shots and got run over. I don't know. The car ran him over. Doesn't look like it ran his head over or something. Family members, including people who identified themselves as Cole's mother and sister, were among those who spoke out during the news conference, questioning parts of the investigation and information shared with them in the first hours of the incident. Well, you know how that's going to go, folks, right? That's going to be controlled information. Police identified the officer who hit Cole as Officer Amanda Rosales, it's R-O-S-A-L-E-S, a 2-year veteran of the department who is in her first job out of the police academy, Graff said. Rosales has been placed on administrative leave while the investigations are conducted. Graff said 3 investigations have been opened as part of the incident, a criminal investigation into the shooting, which is being investigated by Springfield Police. The investigation into the crash where Cole was hit by Rosales' cruiser is being investigated by the Ohio State Highway Patrol. The third is an internal police investigation owned by the department's Professional Standards Unit. Graff, along with other city leaders present during the news conference, promised transparency and thoroughness through the investigation. Yet, how many people out there believe that?
Come on, man. Is the sun getting to you?
The crash report from the Ohio State Patrol has not been completed and is still under investigation. OSHP Sergeant Christina Hayes told the News Center 7 Wednesday. The final report from the internal police investigation will be made public when completed. Graff says likely Cole's death will not be officially ruled on until a full toxicology report is conducted, which typically takes weeks. Blah, 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 blah. One point of contention during the press conference was when family members asked about why Cole was being subjected to a toxicology report after his death, but family members questioned if Rosales had been subject to a breathalyzer test after the crash. Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. You know they're in damage control. Graf said it's not department policy for an officer to be subjected to a breathalyzer test automatically. Well, of course not. They have to protect their heroes as much as possible. Now, if you work for a company where you operate a vehicle or machinery and you get in an accident, it's happened to me many years back. I was driving a company vehicle and we had a little, nobody got hurt, but the person in front of me, fellow employee, didn't come into work the rest of the week, said her neck hurt. And then my boss said, I'll send you for a drug test. You gonna pass? I said, I'm gonna pass that drug test. He said, like, all right, well, we'll just let it go for now, but next time you'll have to. And I said, well, listen, she's not here she hasn't been here all week. How do we know she wasn't flying on cocaine or something? So this is, you're gonna test me and I'm gonna fail for marijuana, and doesn't mean I was under the influence. But anyway, I'm just pointing out that usually a lot of companies, you drive a vehicle and you get injured in it, you gotta go take a drug test. Well, there's new drug laws in effect now, so. Graf added context saying that the same is for a normal citizen involved in a crash. If the drivers involved did not show signs of impairment after crash, they will not be given a breath test. Graf started the press conference with a timeline breaking down the incident chronologically. Officers were first notified around 11:16 p.m. Sunday about a disturbance that escalated into shots being fired. Officers were responding to the scene when they were notified in other 911 calls that a person had been shot in the 1400 block of South Center Boulevard. Graf said the lead officer responded to the shooting report, who was Rosales, was trying to catch addresses on the houses. Didn't see that Cole was lying in the middle of the street and ran over him. Dispatch records from the Clark County Dispatch Center notes Cole told them he was lying in the street after being shot. However, in emergency dispatch traffic, that information was not relayed to the responding officer. So we're having issues from dispatch to the cars. Graf said the cruiser cam footage released publicly Tuesday is designed to only look straight ahead and does not follow the eyes of Rosales and what she might have been focusing on as she approached where Cole was lying, ultimately hit by the cruiser. Officers are subject to multiple possible distractions. Well, it's okay if they get distracted, but we get tickets for distractions, right, people? Officers are told to stay off their laptops while driving as much as possible, the chief said. Graf stressed multiple times during the press conference that Cole being run over was an accident. Well, anyway, there's a long more on this story here. I'll put the link in the description. You can go read the whole story, but it's very tragic. This poor guy gets shot, and he's still got enough presence of mind. I understand he got shot twice, and he was bleeding pretty bad in another report I read. And he's on the phone with dispatch 911, telling them, hey, I'm in the middle of the road, I need help, and next thing you know, he gets run over. And I can see how this is happening, because you get these cops, these heroes, they're all juiced up, the adrenaline's going, they're flying down the road trying to rescue, try to be a hero to rescue this guy, and they're not paying attention to what's going on around them. They get tunnel vision, and this is the end result. This guy got run over. I don't know how, they don't say how bad he got run over. I think his demise had to do with the gunshots more than being run over. It's very possible that the vehicle might have just got its legs or something like that, because he was able to say, hey, the car just ran me over, or ran over me. Very unfortunate. He is dead. This 2-year on-the-job hero, she's got a big problem. once again, the taxpayers are going to have a big problem. They're going to get sued, and there's going to be a lawsuit settlement because this officer was not in control of her vehicle. And she was being distracted. And I don't understand why she was looking at numbers on the house. The guy's down in the road. I mean, did he really know what number of house he was in front of? But I will say this, people. If you get shot and you're laying in the middle of the road, you better crawl out of the middle of the road because you might get run over by a cop. Very unfortunate story. It reminds me of a story I did a while back where an officer was doing traffic, a school crossing or something, and she pulled up on the sidewalk, not watching what she was doing, and she ran a little girl over, I think it was. Very tragic story. So, yeah. I don't think this officer, me personally, I don't think the officer acted criminal. It's an accident. What are you gonna do? It's an accident. It's an unfortunate accident, and that officer's got to live with that. I'm sure she's not happy about it. Family's not happy about it. You know, no amount of money in the lawsuit's gonna make that person come back, but sometimes God pulls certain switches, and no matter what you do,
check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
That's being a problem. All right, as I said earlier, we'll put the link in the description. You can go read the full story. I'll put some other links in there for you too. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Officers in a big hurry on the way to save a man shot laying in the middle of the road, and that officer ran that man over, and he later died. Until next time, people.
It sound right, boy.